everyone, it's Mish here from the Hungry Wanderlust. Thanks for joining me today. I'm going to be making some Ladyfingers slash cat's tongues, apparently they're called in French. I'm not great with French, I don't know why it's called that, but they taste great, and the real bottom line is they are a key component for tiramisu, or if you're being extra like me, matcha tiramisu. Yes, you can buy these store-made, pre-made, save you some time, but it's cold here still. I don't know where any of you all live, but just for context, I woke up this morning, got the news that the high today is 25 Fahrenheit. I'm like, wow, 25? That's warm. That's warm. And I took a step back. Being from someone originally from a very warm place, Florida, 25 is still frozen. Very frozen. And there are icicles slowly taking over the outer perimeter of the houses around me. So I'm definitely not leaving the house today. I definitely need some extra warmth. So it felt like a great excuse to make the key component that, yeah, you can buy it pre-made, but why not make some fresh, I don't know, maybe make some Milano hack cookies while we're at it, put in some chocolate in between, smush them together and enjoy. But yeah, it will make a lot. So I'm using the Nordic baking book today. I don't know if any of you follow my blog, but it's one of the books that I absolutely love. It really gave me the confidence to experiment more with baking. Baking, again, is more of a science than an art. You need to weigh things. So everything I'm going to tell you about today is weighed out. But let's get started. But first, if you could take a moment to like and subscribe. Am I pointing the right way? Like and subscribe. That would be great. Just lets me know if you want more content that's more, again, baking related, more just general cooking related. What are you in the mood for? I, again, am doing this for fun, but also it feels a lot just to make a video of things that I would normally do regardless of my day. If it's stuff that nobody really wants to see, I don't know, I'm a very slice of life person. Like, I enjoy slice of life videos, so to me this is interesting. But you know, if there's something else you want to see, I don't know, more food science-y, less food science-y, let me know. Really, when I make these videos, it's a way to just share things that I love, as well as make things that may come off as intimidating accessible to others. I can understand that Ladyfingers, as an example, can be super intimidating. You have this perfectly oblong shaped thing that, you know, is, again, perfectly made. It's machinery made, so that can already intimidate someone. And then you have patisserie, and you have all these people who are really good at things. You're just like, wow, that's great. I'm gonna suck when I do that. And you know what? I'm gonna suck too. But I'm gonna suck with you so that we can learn how to get better together, because you only learn by failing. If you do great the first time, congrats, you have a knack for this. You maybe have some pre-built-in skills, but we all start from somewhere. And I'm gonna tell you right now, this cookie's gonna look mad rustic. And if you don't know what rustic is code word for, it's janky. It's gonna be janky, but it's gonna be delicious, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, changing it up again, because I do know floating hand when I go on a Mish rant over ingredients and history can be a little awkward, so let me know how you feel about this. Just so you know, there's actually a person who cares behind the floating hand. It may not actually matter to you all, but I felt really awkward when I watched it as I was editing, so here we are. You're going to need 7 tablespoons of room temperature butter. Room temperature is ideal because this helps you cream the sugar a little bit easier. Hint, hint, next item we're going to need is 100 grams of sugar, white sugar please. Then we are going to need 4 egg whites. Great if you plan on also making some pasta, because then you already have your additional separated egg yolks and you've now prevented waste, which is great. 240 grams of flour, all purpose, and lemon zest. So these came from the world's saddest lemons, and ultimately you would normally just need the zest of 1 lemon according to the Nordic baking book. But these were sad, dehydrated, shrunken, and you know, I felt the need to compensate. So we'll see if this ends up being a little bit too lemony, but regardless, it should be tasty. So first we're going to cream our butter and sugar together. Again, 7 tablespoons, so cut off a tablespoon from your stick of butter, make sure it's unsalted butter. I recognize I didn't say that. previously, so just to be clear, baking is in salted butter so you can control the amount of salt you need in it. Here's the 4 egg whites, going to again be whipped to a soft peak. I'll speed on through so you can see what that looks like, because I do know it feels like it just feels intimidating when you hear that I want a soft peak, a medium peak, a hard peak. What do those things mean? Hard peak's pretty straightforward. You can essentially put the bowl over your head and nothing will fall out. Don't recommend doing it unless you're extremely confident or feeling very whimsical that day. Soft peaks, they're supposed to look kind of like what you see marshmallows flop over. I'll show you with this. I'm going to use an electric hand mixer. You can do this by hand. It's just going to be a lot more work. A soft peak again would usually have that little cute fold when you dollop this. Oh, okay. Okay, we're actually good. All right, this is why it's cooking with me. Like I said, we'll suck, we'll learn, and we'll grow. So I'm going to now add in this and the lemon zest into the creamed sugar, and then sift together the flour and preheat the oven, so 350, and I will show you how these get piped out, because yes, this is something that needs to be piped, but it's super worth it. Little thick and dry looking, so I might add a splash of water or milk to this just to check, because that looks a smidge too dry for my comfort. Camera magic, these suddenly are stickier. Why? Off camera, I decided actually rather than water or milk, I would add into the egg yolks I had separated out, changing this recipe to 2 whole eggs and then 2 egg whites. Okay, to piping. Y'all, this is so thick, it broke the bag. So these were not salvageable. I read up a little bit more on traditional ladyfinger ratios. I do think the flour content in the reference recipe is a little bit too high given the environment I'm in as well, creating such a thick, not very extrudable, aka piping bag friendly batter. So given that, I don't believe in wasting. I did still bake these. I'm not gonna recommend you make this recipe based off my personal experience, but like I said, this book has never failed me before, so I guess it was bound to happen. These still will end up going into my tiramisu or matcha tiramisu. They're just gonna be known as the XOXO Ladyfingers. Maybe old crone fingers, who's to say? But they look baked. Have them cooling over there. But like I said, learning together. I'm going to have a redemption arc on this, I know I will. I don't think I'll be doing that today though, because I now have a decent number of dishes that I would need to use to remake this that I need to wash first. So stay hungry. I guess I will be, because I'm not going to eat these. These look sad. Well, I'm not going to eat these on camera. Like I said, I'm going to use them still. They are still edible, they are still good. The joy of cooking is still there. They're just not what I would call traditional ladyfingers or cat's tongues. So stay hungry. Till next time. Mish is out. Oh, what a sad day. Okay, y'all. Oh, I'm a lot today. I really couldn't stomach sending you all off without actually showing you how they should look, and also being the food engineer sort of person that I am, I redid ratios, so I'm going to list out probably right here what I did. It's essentially 100 of everything and then 4 egg whites. No lemon zest because I ran out of sad lemons, so maybe that actually might be better. Maybe the lemons were just so sad. I know that actually wasn't it, I'm telling you the ratios, but I'll show you what the batter looks like. I'll pipe it out, and then I'll actually show you what it looks like finished. This is what properly, not so thick batter should probably look like to end up piping. Again, we'll pipe it away, put it there. Other tweak I did, I was lazy. Admittedly, I creamed a whole stick of butter rather than cut off that last tablespoon, but it looks a lot better. It doesn't look as dry. It looks doable. I'll show you the finished result. And you can see my heartbreak versus something that's good. Because I also did say, I'm trying to make things accessible here. And I feel like it's a little hypocritical to say, hey, I failed, that's great. And yeah, it's fine to fail, but then not show you what it should look like. I don't know, that just felt a little off to me. I'll deal with drowning in ladyfinger cookies later. That's a horrible problem. Oh, what a shame. Okay, as you can tell, I'm reusing the parchment paper from before because parchment paper can last more than just one use. This already looks a lot more positive. So, oh yeah, look at that. Effortless. Of course, the first one I do is off camera. All right, here. Effortless. Maybe I should do this the other direction. Effortless. I feel a lot more positive about these. I'm going to actually pipe it a little bit back and forth because I do think these are going to come out fairly thin. Also though, my gauge for that is just based off of the thick mess we saw earlier, which probably is not representative, but joy of piping is you have control of how things go. Okay, it's been 15 minutes. I'm holding this gingerly because it literally just came out of the oven. This is a ladyfinger. This is a cat's tongue. It's definitely a lot flatter than let me pull out one of the, call them Franken cat tongues. Like this is a lot more, I would say, biscuit cookie-like. This is a lot more of that delicate fluffiness. I definitely lost some of the air from the egg white. It is a little flatter than I would like, but this is a ladyfinger. So this is what happens when it's made correctly, and it's not as chaotic as this one. Again, both are going to be great for tiramisu. This has, because it's so flat and it has the round edges, probably cues a little bit easier for, sorry, just trying to get that to zoom focus better. There we go. Like, it has more of that brown edging that you'd see with a Milano cookie, which is what a ladyfinger, like I said, is a lot like a Milano. But yeah, in this case, the main difference is going to be flavor because the ratios of this was pretty much double the flour. So the one that I'm shaking was double the flour that's in the one that's forefronted. But these both should be great for making tiramisu, matcha misu, having as a snack, having with chocolate and have as a traditional Milano. But here we are. All right, I feel a lot better now that I showed you what it looks like when things don't go horribly wrong and then instead go right. Like I said, this could be a little bit thicker, but that's just me being nitpicky at that point. This is still what you would consider a ladyfinger or a cat tongue. So, so the flavor of this one, the flavor of this off camera, I did have a splash of bourbon because I wanted a little extra liquid just to be sure that it was going to go into the piping bag fine. Again, milk, heavy cream, even vanilla works great. I just really saw the first thing nearby, so off camera, over that way is our liquor bar, and cooking with alcohol is fine. It bakes out the alcohol, it's fine. It just imparts that flavor. So yeah, thanks for watching. Mish is actually out. I'm gonna leave you all now. Enjoy, stay hungry, bye.